Welcome to Live Interactive English. My name is Winnie.
And I am Mike. And we are back here with you guys. I'm real. I'm real. You can touch me, squeeze me, whatever. Just ask politely first.
Okay.
It says AI music. Should music creators be worried? That, of course, is our title, and that is the subject of our article, both yesterday and today. Now, yesterday, I think for you and me, it was a bit of a learning situation.
Yes.
We learned about Xania Monet, who is not Janelle Monáe's little sister. We know that because Xania Monet is, in fact, no one's little sister. She is an AI-created music artist.
Yep, she ain't real.
She's a program, everybody, and she was created, though, by a real person. Talisha Nikki Jones is a poet, a real living, live, breathing person who is also a poet. She writes poems. She writes wonderful words, uses wonderful words to create wonderful images and ideas and things like that.
Yeah.
Now, poets are kind of not famous for being rich.
That's true.
You know?
That's
so she
true.
kind of decided, instead of just reading my poems in a coffee shop to a group of 20 people, I am going to create an artist, a real live music, R&B style music artist, but I'm going to use an AI computer program to do it, and it worked.
She's very successful, and I would say she's 44 million times successful than your average AI artist, because her song was streamed 44 million times.
Exactly. So a lot of people are listening to it, but it's also safe to say no one will be watching Xania Monet live in concert because, again, she's not a real person.
Yeah, not unless she's a holograph.
Now, it's interesting because, you know, perhaps people like Ms. Jones, who created, maybe they're not musicians. So this is kind of nice, right? Yeah. She could take her words, turn them into a cool song, and do a type of art that normally she wouldn't be able to do. But what about music creators, as it says in our title? Real musicians, bands, singers, people who play guitar, people who spend hours and years of their lives becoming very talented and very skilled at music. Are they now just going to be competing with computer programs? So should they be worried?
I don't know, Mike. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. And of course, this is all very, very, very new.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to have to see in the next few years, do people love it? Do these stars become as famous as the most famous real people? Or is it kind of a passing thing? Or like, it's okay. And, you know, if you're doing a low budget movie, you can make AI music for it, save a bit of money, but it will never be as big as the biggest pop stars. We're going to find out, and we'll find out more about the topic in our article.
Naturally, the question of using AI to create music has sparked heated debate. A large number of people see AI music as a threat to human artists, while others defend the use of AI as a tool. Supporters say that AI can create new sounds quickly and help small artists who can't afford to book expensive studios. In fact, AI tools allowed Talisha Jones to share her words with millions of listeners.
All right, let's get into our article about AI music. Should music creators be worried? Yesterday, we learned quite a bit about AI music.
Yeah.
Now we're going to learn a little bit more about how it might affect real people, the music creators, and if they should be a little scared or worried about this.
All right, continuing on with the article. Naturally, the question of using AI to create music has sparked heated debate.
Ooh, that debate is heated.
That debate is roasted on a toasty fire because to spark conversation, it means to really just start one. And it could be in a really fast way out of a lot of intense passion. Sometimes good passion, sometimes angry passion. So for example, you could say the accident sparked many concerns about public safety. It could just be that thing, that situation that starts a topic where, as maybe before, people didn't really know about it a lot, so they didn't know how to talk about it.
There you go. A spark is a tiny amount of fire that can create a very large fire eventually. And yeah, we can spark a conversation, spark a discussion, spark an argument. Ooh, that really got those two people angry, and it got worse and worse. So yes, it's definitely sparking a heated debate people have strong opinions about this. It's good, it's bad, here's why, blah, blah, blah. And they will argue and discuss this interesting new issue. It says a large number of people see AI music as a threat to human artists. Okay, so a lot of people, and I might be a bit more on this side, it's dangerous, it's a threat to human artists. Real people, real songs, real songwriters, they won't get their music heard because everyone's listening to the computer stuff, the AI stuff, while others defend the use of AI as a tool. Other people are like, no, AI is good. It allows more people to make music, people who don't have access to pianos and guitars and music teachers, right? It's kind of opening up the world of music to other types of people and their ideas. It's interesting. All right, a threat is a danger, basically. Something that could cause trouble, injury, damage, or even hurt you or kill you, that could be a threat. If you see someone coming at you with a knife, you're like, ah! And you might get ready to fight them. You might get ready to run away because you see a threat. Then they take the mask off. Ah, it's your best friend and it's a fake knife. Oh, that wasn't a threat. It wasn't a danger. So often we do things to protect ourselves, to be safe. If there's a disease around or many people are sick around you, that might be a threat to your health. So you might wear a mask and wash your hands or take a medicine or something like that. So it's a possible danger. It doesn't mean it will hurt you, but it means it could. For example, the deer sensed a threat and quietly moved away into the forest. So it heard a sound like a hunter or a big animal. It's like, I'm going to get out of here. So it quietly moved away. If it sees the threat, it might actually run away.
Mike, I think you need to change your best friend.
Why is that?
Because he's going around trying to pretend to stab you.
Oh, you know, he's a big horror movie fan.
Okay,
okay.
Yeah. Well, don't defend him.
Okay.
And of course, to defend someone means to protect or speak for. So Mike is speaking for this friend that he really should drop.
Scream.
Yeah, okay. So, for example, Alice defended her friend when others judged him. So Alice's friend might have made some people unhappy, but maybe it's for a good reason. And so she thinks that he's not being listened to. So she's defending him and saying, hey, he's okay. He's a good guy. So your best friend is a good guy.
He's okay. He just, watches too many horror movies.
Okay. Well, you know who doesn't like horror movies?
Who's that?
Me and also Hanny. Let's go see what Hanny has to say.
Nice.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课程要继续探讨 AI 音乐。用 AI 创作音乐的问题引发了激烈辩论，许多人将 AI 音乐视为对人类艺人的威胁，也有人为使用 AI 作为工具来进行辩护。好，单字 spark 动词，它表示引发、激起，像激起兴趣啊、热情等等。Threat 名词，它表示威胁、恐吓，它可以当可数或不可数名词。Defend 动词，它表示捍卫或是为什么什么辩护、防卫。那这边有一个重点是 a number of 跟 the number of 的比较。首先 a number of 表示一些若干，之后接复数可数名词。那用这个来当主词的话，要搭配复数动词。Number 的前面可以加上 large、good、great 等等的形容词来修饰。例如 a large number of tourists visit the temple every year. 每年都有大量游客参观那座寺庙。再看到 the number of 是表达什么什么的数量，之后接复数可数名词。那用它来当主词的话，要搭配单数动词。例如 the number of electric cars on the road is increasing. 路上电动车的数量在增加。好，那接着回到课文中。
Alrighty, thank you, Hanny. Let's continue on with the article. Supporters say that AI can create new sounds quickly and help small artists who can't afford to book expensive studios. In fact, AI tools allowed Talisha Jones to share her words with millions of listeners. I have thoughts, but I'm gonna save it.
Yes, very interesting arguments there for AI, people who think it's good. Yeah, it's possibly true. You can't afford to pay for things or to buy things. When you can afford something, that basically means I have enough money to pay for that or to do that. If you can't afford it, well, you'll have to say, no, I don't have enough money, or can I wait to save more money? If you give me a few months to save more money, I will have more, and then I I will be able to pay for it. I will be able to afford it. For example, I finally saved enough money to afford a new laptop.
I have thoughts.
Okay. We can hear them. You're free to express them if you wish.
I think that's a good argument.
Okay.
But it's not I think it's not something that you should be worried about because there are a lot of collaborators, people who are going to say, you know what, maybe if you can't pay me now, you can pay me after, the song becomes a hit.
That is true.
Right?
That
is
true.
It's a little workaround.
I think a lot of people can actually record music at home using a computer. You don't really need a big fancy studio.
I agree.
And that first part, it can help artists find new sounds. I would say no, because AI is just borrowing other music that's already been made.
But you know what? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, Mike?
Okay, all right.
Let's go to Hanny.
All right, let's go to Hanny. She knows everything.
Go, Hanny.
She's not AI. No.
支持者认为 AI 可以快速创造新声音，并帮助负担不起昂贵录音室的独立歌手。像第一天课文提到的诗人 Talisha Nikki Jones， 他就利用 AI 工具，让他可以跟数百万听众来分享他的创作。好，单字 afford 这个动词表示买得起、负担得起，后面可以接 something 或者是接 to 加原形动词。Winnie 老师在讲到跟其他音乐人合作时，老师用到 collaborator 就表示合作者，那它的动词 collaborate 就可以表达合作。那接华课文中。
Okay, thank you so much, not AI Hanny. For now, we are going to go to the second part of the article. But before that, we're going to go to a break.
Cool.
On the other hand, there are several arguments against AI's use in music. One is that AI makes it harder for human artists to make a living. For example, record labels might try to save money by choosing AI singers and songwriters instead of paying real people. This could mean fewer opportunities for musicians. Another argument is the belief that AI music lacks soul, which can come only from human experience. At its core, the debate raises one key question. Is AI music a new instrument that supports creativity, or is it a replacement that threatens human art? Based on current sales numbers alone, it seems that human artists don't need to panic just yet. Whether that continues, however, is up to music fans and ever-changing tastes.
Welcome back from the break. Mike, let's go and continue on with this article.
All right, so we've learned that some people think AI might be good. It helps music come out with different sounds, right? And it also might help people who don't have access to music making facilities like a studio or even instruments, right? People who can't play music can now make music. So, okay. We can see that. On the other hand, so this would be the people who are kind of against AI music. On the other hand, there are several arguments against AI's use in music. One is that AI makes it harder for human artists to make a living. Many people who make music have dedicated their lives to making music. They have spent a lot of time, money, and energy in becoming the best piano player, violin player, singer, songwriter, studio person that they possibly can be. And to have a computer program come along and kind of steal ideas from other artists, it doesn't seem fair.
All right, continuing on. For example, record labels might try to save money by choosing AI singers and songwriters instead of paying real people. This could mean fewer opportunities for musicians, which is already a really hard industry to get into, a hard career.
The days of very wealthy musicians being paid lots of money for their music, those are long gone. And people who have dedicated their lives to making music, they struggle to make money now. So imagine if all this stuff was being made by a computer that never gets tired, never gets sick, can work 24 hours a day, so it's very hard.
You can put her on top of the Empire State Building, she won't die.
There you go.
Continuing on, another argument is the belief that AI music lacks soul, which can come only from human experience. I don't know about you, but I don't know an AI robot that has had a really bad breakup.
Yes, very true.
So,
very true. Or an AI robot that had a bad breakup but has now found love.
Oh, yeah.
And is feeling a whole new sense of hope and wonderment. Yes. Yeah. And all of the other things, of course, the wonderful human emotions that get translated and put into words and song through humans and their human experiences.
All right. Well, let's go to Hanny.
那我们来看看反对者的看法。其中一个论点是 AI 使人类艺人更难谋生，例如唱片公司可能会为了省钱而选择了 AI 歌手和词曲创作者。那么 Mike 老师提到，许多音乐人毕生致力于音乐创作，这对他们来说并不公平。好，老师用到 dedicate 这个动词，就表示奉献、献出，像是奉献全部的精力啊、时间等等。那这边有一个重点是 make it 加形容词或名词，再加不定词 to V 可以表达使做某事变得怎么样，成为怎么样。那这个句型是由 make 加受词加形容词或名词演变而来。当我们的受词是不定词片语 to V， 这时候要用虚受词 it 来代替受词的位置，然后把真正的受词 to V 移到句尾，就形成了 make it 形容词或名词再加 to V。举例来说 The heavy rain made it difficult to see the road ahead clearly。大雨使得难以看清楚前方的路。好，那接回到课文中。
All right, we are back. So this is a very, very interesting debate, a lot of discussion, a lot of different opinions. We've heard some of the opinions, both for and against AI music. So let's kind of look at it in one central idea with one basic thing. It says, at its core, the debate raises one key question. Here it is. Is AI music a new instrument that supports creativity, or is it a replacement that threatens human art?
Continuing on, based on current sales numbers alone, it seems that human artists don't need to panic just yet. Whether that continues, however, is up to music fans and ever-changing tastes. And of course, to panic means, to have an intense worry, to kind of sort of freak out. So for example, my friends started to panic before the math exam. When you're panicking, you're not really thinking clearly and you're kind of sort of really worried about something. They're saying, music industry people, chill out. It's okay, because look at the statistics. They're not doing so well. They're not making $44 million. They're only getting the streams.
That's right. So if you're writing a song right now or learning the guitar, it means do not give up on that. There are still lots of people who want to hear real music with real emotion behind it. Let's go to Hanny.
课文提到，这场辩论的核心提出了一个关键问题 ：AI 音乐是支持创意的新工具，还是威胁人类艺术的替代品呢？单就目前销售数字来看，人类艺人似乎还不需要恐慌。不过，这种情况能不能持续，得取决于乐迷以及不断变化的音乐品味。好，来看单字 panic。panic 这个动词表示惊慌、恐慌。那注意它的过去式和过去分词是要在后面加上 k， 再加上 ed， 念作 panicked。那么 Winnie 老师这时候有提到 freak out， 它表示吓到、吓坏。好，那这边还有一个重点是 be up to somebody or something， 是表达有什么什么决定。那么主词可以是名词或名词子句。例如 How you complete the task is up to you。你要如何完成任务，由你决定。好，接回课文中。
All right, we have a what do you think question today. It is, do you think using AI to create music has any advantages? Mike, take it away because I don't want to speak right now.
Okay, all right. We won't want to get you too upset. I can see the arguments. It can help people who can't get access to studios. It brings new ideas. But I kind of see it in the way I look at, I don't know, junk food, or that medicine people take these days in America. They get skinny without, you're kind of getting the music, but you're not doing the work. You're not getting the benefits, right? Yes, you can take a pill and get skinny, but your heart and lungs aren't any better. Your muscles aren't any stronger. It won't help you live much longer. So it's kind of a shortcut. It's kind of cheating in a way, but really you're cheating yourself.
Yes.
I think, because learning music is amazing for your brain. It can make you much smarter, better at problem solving. There's all sorts of benefits to learning to play piano, guitar, singing, and also writing music, getting together with people. I mean, part of the reason I love music is I get together with other people.
Right.
And we talk about music, we play it, we enjoy, we learn from each other, we love each other. And so I think, you know, if I'm in a space station or alone in a jungle and I want to make music, it might be great.
Yeah.
But I think if you're able to do music in the old way, in the traditional way, I think that's probably the best way. And people have been making and loving and enjoying music for thousands of years. So just using a computer to get to that end when it's not really special or new or original, I think you're just cheating yourself.
I think you summed it up perfectly, Mike. There are definitely more pros to making your own music and definitely more cons to using AI. But that's neither here nor there. For now, we'll review the article. And you know what? We'll see you next time. And we're not going to be AI.
Hopefully.
Naturally, the question of using AI to create music has sparked heated debate. A large number of people see AI music as a threat to human artists, while others defend the use of AI as a tool. Supporters say that AI can create new sounds quickly and help small artists who can't afford to book expensive studios. In fact, AI tools allowed Talisha Jones to share her words with millions of listeners. On the other hand, there are several arguments against AI's use in music. One is that AI makes it harder for human artists to make a living. For example, record labels might try to save money by choosing AI singers and songwriters instead of paying real people. This could mean fewer opportunities for musicians. Another argument is the belief that AI music lacks soul, which can come only from human experience. At its core, the debate raises one key question. Is AI music a new instrument that supports creativity, or is it a replacement that threatens human art? Based on current sales numbers alone, it seems that human artists don't need to panic just yet. Whether that continues, however, is up to music fans and ever-changing tastes.
最后我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 spark 动词，表示引发、激起，像是激起兴趣、热情等等。threat 名词，表示威胁、恐吓。defend 动词，表示捍卫，为什么什么辩护或是防卫。afford 动词，表示买得起、负担得起。Panic 这个动词，它表示惊慌、恐慌。文法的部分，我们第一个学到了 a number of 跟 the number of 的比较。A number of 表示一些若干，之后接复数可数名词，当主词的时候要搭配复数动词。那我们也学到 the number of 是表达什么什么的数量，之后接复数可数名词，那么当主词是要搭配单数动词。再来我们学到 make it 形容词或名词加上 to v 就可以表达使做某事变得怎么样或是成为怎么样。那第三个学到 be up to somebody or something 是表达由什么什么来决定。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
I cannot believe I blamed the whole thing on Jenna, and it turns out it was all my fault.
Looks like it's time to eat humble pie.
Humble pie? What pie?
No, it just means to admit that you were wrong and apologize.
Oh, I know. As tough as it's going to be, all I can do is own up to it and tell her that I'm sorry.
Exactly. It's not pleasant, but given the trouble that Jenna went through with the boss, it's the right thing to do.
You're right. I'm going to go apologize to her now. Hey everyone, today's idiom is eat humble pie.
Right.
It means admitting you were wrong and apologizing, usually after you are sure you were right.
The phrase comes from humble pie, a medieval dish made from the less desirable parts of a deer. It was often eaten by lower classes.
As humble fell out of use, the phrase became humble pie, keeping a similar sound and the same meaning of humility and concession.
Here's an example. After realizing her mistake, she had to eat humble pie and apologize to the team.
Or he underestimated his opponent and had to eat humble pie when she came out on top.
So next time, think twice before acting too confident, or you might end up eating humble pie yourself.
Right, and that's all for today. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.